Hello out there in iHipHopTV world. How are you today? This is Dr. E, the Crypto Prophet, and that's spelled Profit. We're going to have another banger tonight, a great show. We got some amazing talent that I hope everyone would be excited about. One of the very first things I want to do is thank our Heavenly Father for allowing us to have another day. I want to thank Peace Stock and Sutan for these magnificent opportunity to be able to showcase what we're doing, which is eradicating the entire homeless epidemic nationwide, veterans first. But what I want to let everyone know is we're serious about what we're doing in helping the underserved and helping the voiceless. We are ambassadors of God. We are working on being the MVP of his team. And what we're going to do is make sure that there's not one homeless person in the next 36 months nationwide. We're going to take care of our veterans first. But what I want to do, everyone, is let you know who we have on today. We have an amazing author by the name of Stanley Harris. We also have Boss Lady, Las Vegas, LaShawn Evans, and we have a special guest. Actually, this was an interesting person that I started talking to only a couple days ago. Honestly, I got an ego bigger than Antarctica. I think I am the crypto prophet. I think I am the Mike Tyson of crypto. And when I met this man, he really astonished me. He really impressed me. This African-American man knows his crypto business. Not only does he know his crypto business, he also knows the history of currency, the history of banking. Very impressed with him. And we're going to get him on the show later on today. We're going to talk about that. But for right now, we want to bring on Mr. Stanley Harris. He's an author and an amazing individual that actually is in the front line helping individuals, helping the underserved, and these homeless individuals. He works for an amazing company. So tonight we want to bring on Mr. Stanley Harris, an author, an amazing individual that's been blessed by God, that's been touched by God, and he also is in the front lines helping the homeless. Stanley, how are you today, my friend?
I tell you what, man, I often say this when I'm asked that question, I'm too blessed by the best to be stressed.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, Stanley, tell me something about, give me a quick synopsis of your story. Tell me about the agency that you are director over. What's that agency again?
Gentle Consultant Agency.
Gentle Consultant Agency. And
yes,
as we
sir.
all know, that's my company. Sean Christian Noble, who owns the company, and Stanley is the director of this company. And also, what most people don't know is Mr. Noble, if you YouTube his company, you will see him on the front lines literally every day, 7 days a week, feeding the homeless individuals in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're talking sushi, we're talking various steaks. He has these people barbecuing steaks and lots of bread and things of this nature. He really takes care of these people. And Stanley is his MVP. He is his anchor and his co-pilot. But Stanley also is an author. So Stanley, tell us a little bit about your book. Did you bring your book with you today? Can we see it?
I did. I have it right here, front line and center.
I love it. I love it. And the title of the book again?
Joys and Absence of a Mother.
So tell us about it.
So let me just thank you ever so kindly, first of all, for giving me this plausible opportunity to share with not only yourself, but the world, the masses of the world, about joys and absence of a mother. See, the reason that this book came about is because I lost my mom. Some say stepmom, some say mom. So I'm saying mom. I lost her in 2019, and the Lord laid it on my spirit a week after my mom passed away to write the book, Joys and Absence of a Mother. But before it became Joys and Absence of a Mother, it was titled in my heart, What Would You Do If Your Mother Died Today? So I thought about that and I said, okay, well, God, is this the title that you want? And in 72 hours, God changed the title and said, because Joy, what would you do if your mom died today was a bit strong. So, but I wanted to pierce the hearts, the minds, the souls of the people. So the title of the book came to me, Joys and Absence of a Mother. And the reason that title exists is talks about the happiness that we have when our mother is alive. And then it also talks about the sadness when she's no longer in existence. But let me go a step further so you all can understand what this book really entails. It's not only just for mothers, but it's for families, because if it wasn't for a mother, we wouldn't exist. So that's why the combination is Joys and Absence of a Mother / Joys and Absence of a Mother. But now I have to ask you all 3 questions for those of you that are listening all over the world. The first question is this: when the last time you held your mother's hands, looked her in her eyes and said, Mom, what was your 9-month story when you was carrying me? How many people have asked their mother that question? The second question is, when the last time you said, Mom, I love you, and you said it with such vigor that she felt it? Last question. When the last time you said, Mom, let me tell you why I, your daughter, your son, your niece, your nephew, your aunt, your uncle, said how much I love you? How many of us have taken the time to say, Mom, let me tell you why I love you so very much? See, a lot of people often sit back and they say, man, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this next week. I'll do this next month. I'll do this next year. But those of you that understand what I'm saying about time, time is our worst enemy. See, when you turn your lights off or close your eyes, what do you see? Darkness. See, the ultimate element of surprise is always the unknown. And the unknown is we never know the second, the minute, the hour, or the day in which he who sits high and look low is gonna say, Stanley, it's time to come home. John, it's time to come home. And we done made all these plans, an abundance of plans, but our plans is not God's plans. So the purpose of this book is to bring families back together and close knit like they used to be, because we so separated. What separates us? Videos, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We sit down at the table for dinner. We all texting. We all watching videos. We can't even go out to a nice 5-star restaurant or McDonald's even and have a sociable conversation with the ones that we say we love. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna hit you in the heart with this one. See, you put off today for tomorrow when in essence, today is all you have. And once that's taken away from you, then somebody else saying, Tom was a good old boy. Stanley was a good old boy. Man, I miss him. It's all on Facebook. They talk about, man, I sure wish my mother was here. My father was here. My baby was here. My brother was here. My sister was here. It's being said over and over and over again. And what we are doing, we are constantly procrastinating. You have to stop procrastinating. Let me tell you something. God didn't put this book in my spirit to write just for the sake of, he said, well, I chose you, Stanley, to write Joys and Absence of a Mother. See, a lot of people don't know it took me 28 days to write a book that has 374 pages. I've never experienced writer's block. That's why I know God chose me to write the story, because it's millions of us that aren't doing what it is that we need to do. You see it every single day. People are passing away every single day. God say, I have no respect of person. When your time is up, he's going to call you home. Let me just say how you can get this book. This book can be purchased through Cash App, Rants, $, Rancie, RANCIE, 5, $Rancie, the numeral 5. Why do I have it like that? Because I didn't want to put it on Amazon, because I wanted everybody to have a signed autograph copy. I wanted to make it personal. So the book is $15. You pay $3.87 for shipping and handling. I send you a signed autograph copy, and I guarantee you it's going to be one of the most phenomenal reads that you have read, because it talks about the connectivity of family. It talks about the connectivity of the mother. You have a lot of single fathers that are the kids' mother and father. So the book talks about everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this here. Life is what you make it. Stop waiting for tomorrow or next week or next month or next year to implement a revision of change, when today is all we have. We have nice houses, nice cars, money in their account, and we saving up for a rainy day. Mary, I'm going with you next month on that cruise, Caribbean. And guess what? Mary didn't make it. So what happens to the cruise that you was going to go with Mary? Either you go by yourself, or you say, well, you know what? It's not the same without Mary, because she's the life of the party. Joys and Absence of a Mother should be in your library. Now, let me tell you about Gentle Consultant Agency. I am the director of such phenomenal, awesome, and giving company. Let me tell you something. I wake up every morning and I have this plethora of happiness that I want to share with the homeless, the veterans, the seniors, people that are sickly. We have 20, 25-year-old, 30-year-olds that have heart palpitation, heart problems, can't walk, leg cut off, arm cut off. We assist every single one of them. Let me tell you something, what I love more importantly. I love picking up donations where we feed them sushi, Panera bread. We go and get Great Bonds Bakery Bonds bread. We go and get Einstein bagels. We pick up milk, gallons of milk, toilet paper, you name it. We just picked up sausage, chicken. Listen, let me tell you something. God is so good. He always make a way out of no way. We're traveling around the city of Las Vegas every single day. Bus stops. I go to all senior citizens complexes here in Las Vegas. I go to veterans complexes here in Las Vegas. Why? Because a lot of them are by themselves. Their significant others have passed on. But God saw fit to put it in my heart, Mr. Christian Noble's heart, to say, you know what? Gentle Consultant Agency has to be in existence, because our motto is this: passion. Everybody don't have passion. They have a career, they have a job that they do, but they don't have passion when they do it. Case in point, when we send our people to hospice and life, a lot of people say, oh, I'm not dying. And then I say, ma'am, can I have a moment of your time to explain with you what our hospice entails? Our hospice entails rehabilitation, revitalizing that life that you allowed to like go dormant. We want to knock on your door and we want to wake your life that's inside you back up. That's what's so fascinating and so admirable about Gentle Consultant Agency. I can't tell you enough about Gentle Consultant Agency. A lot of people that we encounter, when you hear their story, when you see the multiple appeals that they're taking, it hurts you. My grandmother was 103 years old when she passed away. I wish my grandmother was a part of Gentle Consultant Agency, where we send primary care physicians to the house. We send primary care assistants to the house. Home health nurses that come and cook, clean, take out your trash, wipe your countertops down, sweep and mop your floor, wash your clothes, and hang them up. The God that we serve, man, let me tell you something, can do any and all things but fail. Keep this in mind. We're going to be in a city near you very soon. Gentle Consultant Agency. Don't sleep us, because we care about you and your loved ones. Thank you so very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Stanley, for all that you do for God's children, the underserved. And the cherry on top is the beautiful book that you wrote for those that love their mothers, for those that love their family, for those to remind them of how important it is to always tell your mom, tell your family that you love them, because like you said, we don't know the hour, the minute, the day that we will be called home. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you, sir. And what we're going to do is once this airs, we're going to make sure that we get all that information on the on this particular show so that people can go and get your book.
Thank you so much. God bless. I appreciate you all so very much.
We appreciate you as well. Next, we have Mr. DJ.
Hey guys, I'm John, and I want to talk to you about something that's been concerning a lot of people these days. We are going back to work because of COVID-19. But if you don't work, you don't eat. So what do? Well, there's a very successful guy named Dr. E. He's been working on eBay for almost 25 years, and he's made a lot of money. He's done taught plenty of people on how to make money selling good products on eBay. I found out about him on FamilyWorkFromHome.com. And the cool thing is, the starter fee is cheap and reasonable, and you can start making money today. By learning Dr. E's secret of wealth, you can stay safe from COVID-19 and pay your mortgage, feed your family, and pay your bills. Dr. E helps you make up to $100K per year, depending on the program you choose. Guys, take a look at FamilyWorkFromHome.com now. See if it works for you.
Again, I want everyone to understand this is very important, that especially African American individuals get into cryptocurrency. And this man is the epitome. I give this man much respect. I originally said, oh, Urkel is jumping in the ring with Mike Tyson. And it turns out that Urkel was masked as Evander Holyfield, because this Mr. DJ, and again, I call him the crypto MVP, is very, very, very impressive in the crypto space. And why is the crypto space so important? The crypto space is one of the ways we are going to be able to get that reparation. It's $6 trillion that is owed to us African Americans that were supposed to be given to us in 1865 from the Emancipation Proclamation. It's $6 trillion. So if they're not going to give it to us, well, we're going to have to take it through the cryptocurrency space. And that's one of the reasons why I had to bring this man on and talk about cryptocurrency. DJ, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm excellent. Thank you for asking, sir. So tell me, really quick question. How did you end up in the cryptocurrency space?
Okay, let me start off with saying I'm a retired military vet. So I did my time in the military, and while I was in the military, I was heavily involved in real estate and just trying to learn as much as I can about money and investing and stuff like that. And then when I got out, I had a lot more time on my hands to do a lot more in-depth research. And I'll say when I got out, I kind of went down the rabbit hole. And when I went down the rabbit hole, I learned so much stuff that I wish I knew when I was younger or just years before. And crypto is the one thing that when I started hearing about it, I just jumped down the rabbit hole, and I've learned so much, and it's changed my life because of the things that I've invested in and the things that I've seen and I've learned, and I now know how to prepare myself and my kids for the future. So crypto has definitely opened up a lot of my eyes to a lot of things.
That's good to know. I could not believe the vast knowledge that you have in crypto. I mean, we're talking finite details on the crypto space, on the currency space, on the banking space, that you know the names of individuals, the types of cryptocurrency coins, you know, and I was very impressed with that. So I hat off to you. I now give you the utmost respect, and that's why I said the MVP. I really thought that I was the man when it came to cryptocurrency and knowing everything about it. But you put me in my place, and I had to apologize to Gladden as well, because I was laughing, and then he laughed even harder. He said, "You wait until I get DJ on the phone. He's gonna get you." I said, "Bring him, bring him. He ain't got none of this." And then you know what? Duct tape on my mouth. Duct tape on my mouth. But I got a question for you. What do you think that African Americans should be in space, and if you do, why?
Oh, definitely. So the Black American people have been so disenfranchised by the government and the system that if we don't get involved in things like crypto and emerging technology, and especially stuff that blockchain and crypto provides, we do ourselves a disjustice. Because I don't know if you've heard it before. I know you have heard, but this will be the biggest wealth transfer in our generation. And that's going to be when crypto becomes regulated and legalized and adopted by the masses. And once that happens, if you're not involved in it in some way, shape, or form, you'll look back and you'll see that you missed the boat. And then you'll still be having your hand out to the government waiting for whatever they have for us, which is not going to really happen. So the way that we need to get into crypto is, if we think about what we do with our money right now, if you put your money in a bank and your money is sitting in that bank and that bank operates on fractional reserve lending, that means that if you have, let's say, $50,000, $10,000, and you want to go to the bank and you want to withdraw that $15,000 or $10,000, you have to put a request in, because fractional reserve lending doesn't allow them, or allows them to not have all of your money in the bank at that point in time. So they'll tell you, hey, we'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days and we'll have all your money available. That's because they don't have to have all of your money in the bank. By law, they're not required to hold every dollar that you own in their bank. They take your money and they reinvest it, and then they make more money and profit off of your money. When we can become our own bank with crypto. If you have a cell phone, that can be your bank. If I want to send you money, I can send you money. I can receive money. If we're clear across the globe, you could be in Abu Dhabi, and if I say I want to send you $10 so you can get a drink, I'm sending you $10, and it's there in a matter of seconds, which you don't need a bank for. And that's what crypto gives us. It gives us the power to become our own custodians of our own dollars. And whether it's dollars or crypto, or it could be any coin, whatever it is that you see as value and another person sees as value, you can trade endlessly. You do have gas fees, but that's just, it's a small portion of the price to pay for freedom. It's not really, it's more of it's not necessarily just a black thing. It's more of a people thing, but the black people don't know these things because we don't listen to the financial markets the way most other people in other races do. If we paid more attention to where the financial markets are going and what's happening in the news, and I've stopped watching CNN and Fox News and MSNBC. I stopped watching them a long time ago because they don't give you the news. They have like an hour slot, and they either one give you not enough news on a multitude of subjects, or one, they spend too much time on one subject. So when you want to find the information, you have to go listen to the people. And I literally sit here. I'm fascinated by earnings calls. I'm fascinated by FOMC meetings. I sit here and listen to this stuff, and I don't fall asleep because it's interesting to me. I'll watch a 2 or 3 hour long conference on FOMC meeting or earnings call or something like that, and I'll be rewinding it because I missed one word. So that's how I am. But at the same time, that gave me the knowledge to make better financial decisions, because when you understand more, you're responsible for the knowledge that you learn. And just because you hear it doesn't mean that it can go in one ear and out the other. You actually got to apply the information that you learn. And when you see it work, it's hard to go back. It's very hard to go back once you see what you learn actually work out in your favor. And crypto and blockchain and Web3 and cryptocurrencies, all that stuff, there's so much more to explore that the government or just the society in general doesn't even know is possible with crypto.
That's true. That's true. And I know what's going on right now. It happened in the 90s, and I call it WMD, which is weapons of mass distraction. And I say that all the time, because now what are we distracted by now? We're distracted by the
UFOs and stuff. Yeah.
If it's not political with the Biden and Trump, and now there's the Twitter sessions in Congress. There's the war in Ukraine. They're purposely distracting us while the market moves in a progressive way, so that they can get up all the cryptocurrencies and leave the coins, the crumbs, to the people that did not listen to what was going on. You don't see this, like you were saying. You don't see this on national TV. You're not going to see this on the news. They're not going to tell you anything about cryptocurrency, which coins to buy, what's going up and what's going down. The only thing that they're normally going to tell you on the news is when something is disruptive. If the market crashed, the crypto market crashed, like with FTX, stay away from it. With Do Kwon and Luna, stay away from it. They'll tell you that part, but they're going to tell you when the market moves in a positive direction, so that people will be able to come in and take advantage of this particular market, which in the next 10 years is going to be a $200 trillion market. $200 trillion in the 90s, which was the what would be the third or the second industrial revolution. That's when internet came in. That's when the cell phones came in and things of this nature. That was only a $20 trillion market.
Mm-hmm.
This market is combining AI, it's combining EV, which is electric vehicle, and artificial intelligence, and Bitcoin, and the internet, and the cellular. All of them are put together, making each of them stronger, which is going to create a $200 trillion market, which would be more than enough to create hundreds of thousands of millionaires if people would listen. And so that's why I was so impressed with you, DJ, is the absolute vast knowledge that you have. And I know it takes hours and hours and hours of and being focused and being passionate about it for you to come up with all this information that you came up with the other day when you and I were sparring, which is very impressed. So by the way, you're going to end up being my best friend, but you don't know that yet.
Man, I love sparring.
Another thing too, what's the difference between the stock market and the cryptocurrency market, sir?
Okay, so the biggest difference, a lot of people don't understand the difference. So the biggest difference between the stock market and the crypto market is one is regulating so far for now, and the other one is not regulated. So a lot of people look at the crypto market itself as the wild, wild west because there is no regulation. The only reason why FTX was able to take so many people's money is because it was not regulated by the US. It was a company that was based in the Bahamas, because in the Bahamas, they allow you to do that. So if the companies that are in crypto are regulated, they will be more beneficial to Americans. The problem is we have the SEC, which are going after the wrong people for the wrong reasons, which lets you know that there's more corruption behind the scenes that people know, is that Gary Gensler and all the other people in the SEC were talking regularly with FTX, with Three Arrows Capital, and with Celsius. They were having meetings with these people, and then they allowed the problems that those companies had underlying, they allowed them to happen. Meanwhile, they're coming out and they're attacking companies like XRP and other companies like that, which they're doing the right thing. But because crypto threatens the financial markets and the oil and all of it, there's way more to it. But the biggest difference in the two markets is one is 24 hours because that's when people operate, and the other one is only 9 to 5. But regulation and the time frame, that's really the only difference. Once cryptocurrency or once the digital dollar becomes legal and widely used and adopted by the United States, that market will just be a 24-hour market, which can be traded 24 hours a day. And that's when a lot of people operate businesses, is 24 hours a day, because if you're up all night pushing for your business and you need to make transactions, you can't wait until 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock when the bank opens. If you have business that needs to be done in a different time zone, you can't miss the fact that I can't talk to them until tomorrow because my bank closed today for me, but their bank is open. You know what I mean? Those things, those barriers are going to get smashed down with the crypto market.
That totally makes sense. And you're 100% right. And that's what I absolutely love about the crypto market. And just to let everyone know, again, why we're talking about this crypto on iHipHopTV is, one, we want the world to know how important it is to take advantage of this opportunity that it's actually the fourth industrial revolution. We got to take advantage of this. We want people to know it is not the three-eyed scary monster, that it is information that you need to create generational wealth, that you need to create a legacy, that you need to be able to have financial freedom. If you just donate 30 minutes of your time 5 days a week to this, to watching updates on cryptocurrency videos and understanding how this market works, I kid you not, it will change the landscape of your world. I see people that know everything about Versace, everything about Louis Vuitton, everything about Jordans, everything. They know every Jordan that comes out, whether it's the Cements or the Yeezys, the whole 9 yards. They know everything about sports. They know I didn't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl yesterday. That's how much I love crypto. But they spend all this time there, and it doesn't do them or their family any good. Why not spend the time, half hour a day, understanding why this is a $200 trillion market cap in the next 10 years? And right now, it's $1 trillion market cap. I mean, it's up there. It's beyond JP Morgan. It's beyond what's his name? Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway. I mean, it's already superseded these companies. There's got to be something to this. And you don't want to, You don't want that regret like everyone else in the 90s had that regret. Oh, I should have invested in Apple, or I should have invested in Amazon, or should have invested in Microsoft.
So the way I look at crypto right now is I know that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. So everybody knows that grandmother or grandfather that asked them, how do I operate this cell phone? And when you go to them and you're looking at them and you're trying to teach them how to operate a cell phone, and you think to yourself, when I sat back and I thought about it after I was teaching my grandmother how to use her cell phone, I thought about this and I said to myself, I was like, where was my grandmother at when cell phones were created? I was like, my grandmother's older than me. She should have been an adult when cell phones were created. How come she didn't learn about it? But then I think about it and I asked her, and it was one of those things where they looked at it and they said, she looked at it and she said, that is for the younger generation. They're into cell phones and they're into all of that. And then she let that technology pass her. Meanwhile, the technology was not only passing her, but it was flying past her. So when she got to the point where she had to operate using a cell phone on a regular basis, she needed help understanding it. And I look at crypto as the same way. Here I am, an adult, when crypto comes out, and I don't want my kids teaching me about crypto. I want to be able to give my kids, like for Christmas, I gave my kids crypto. I didn't give them presents. I gave them crypto, each one of them. And that's what I'm doing. So I know that they don't care about it as much as I do, but guess what? They're going to sit on it and hold it because I created accounts for them. And then once they look at it one day, could be 5 years, could be 2 years from now, they're going to look at that and say, I have more now than I had then because of what he gave me when he gave it to me. And then sooner or later, they'll figure out, you know what? I have way more money here than I had before. Now I want to access it. I need to learn about this. And they know they can come to me and I'll tell them. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they just know that they didn't get a decent gift to them. They just got crypto. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. It's right now, crypto market is literally $1.2 trillion industry right now. And there's not that many things out there that is that big of a market cap in the industry that is emerging technology. So if you want to invest in something that you think is going to grow, you think about it, the vehicle, the car, this is the crypto industry is equivalent to when the internet came out. It's equivalent to when vehicles switched from horse and carriage. It's equivalent to when we got off of using snail mail to using email and cell phones and stuff like that. That is the equivalent of how big of a dent it's going to put in our economy as far as making a difference in how we operate every day.
Yes, most definitely. And Steve Jobs said it best. He said, he that sees it before it's popular is the one that's going to be successful.
Yeah, that's true. You buy the rumor, sell the news.
Need to see to believe. But the writing is all over the wall. They have to understand, if you're over 30 years old, and no matter if you are a US citizen, whatever culture you are, you have to understand and know that the rich people don't want the average Joe or the poor people to have money. So they use their devices, the game of chess. They put fear into people. What does fear stand for? False evidence appearing real. They put fear into you. They know how to go long. That's how they made their money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to scare the bejeebies out of you so that you don't buy up the crypto to help you become rich, to help you become financially free, to help you with generational wealth, to help you with a legacy. They want to scare you away from it while they buy it all up.
That's
Case
exactly
in point, Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan. That's all he screamed about when Bitcoin first came out. It is a Ponzi scheme. It's this, that, and the other. But behind the scenes, look who started buying it all up. Jamie Dimon. Another person, Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, man.
Was horrible. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. Now 5% of his portfolio is cryptocurrency. And the two that cracked me up is Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. To this day, they're like, it's it's rat poison
Right.
squared. But if you look at their portfolio,
they own companies that own crypto.
grounded in crypto.
Yes. Yeah. And they won't tell you about it right away.
Yes. They don't have a choice. It's either you either take it now and voluntarily get into it, or you're gonna be forced into it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Back in the day, everyone was writing checks. You had to, get your checkbook. You had to figure out what's cool checks you had to come out with until the debit card came out. And people fought it. Guess what? Everyone's sliding the debit card. Everyone's, tapping their phone now. You're either gonna accept it now and make money on it, or you're gonna be forced to do it anyway.
And the biggest thing that a lot of people are scared of, a lot of people are scared of the crypto market because of what has been pushed down their throat. So if you look at it, a lot of your money, your money is digital anyway. It's already digital. We've already gone digital when it comes to money, because your money is actually, you swipe a card. Who carries dollars now? Nobody carries dollars anymore. You're already digital because it's on a card. And then when you think about that card, you look at it and you say, well, this isn't money, but it represents my money. And then if I don't have this, I can't buy. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a phone. Your phone can be your money. Your phone can be your wallet. And if you don't have your phone, most people, you lose your phone. There's bigger problems than just their money. They got a lot of stuff on their phone. So your phone can become your wallet. It can become your card. And it's just a seamless transition because of what the evolution of money has already become. We've already transferred from using coins and cattle and dollars and gold, and then now we're into crypto. It's just the next natural evolution of money. It's a matter of time before it passes you by if you don't get on the boat now.
Yep, and you said it right, DJ. The evolution.
Yes.
The evolution of cars, the evolution of landline phones to cell phones, the evolution of typewriters to laptops. Why not the evolution of currency? The very first form of currency was what? Barter. And it went from barter to script, from script to checks, from checks to debit card, from debit card to Apple Pay on your phone, tapping your phone, now to crypto. It's the evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And he that sees it before it's popular is the one that's going to make all the money. Why is this important for our homeless project of eradicating the entire homeless epidemic nationwide, veterans first? And by the way, DJ, thank you very much for your service. I didn't know that you were a veteran, and we got to talk about that as well. Now I know we're really going to be tied together. But this is the only way, one of the biggest components to eradicating the entire homeless epidemic nationwide, veterans first. It's going to 90%, 80% of it's going to be through cryptocurrency. We're going to have to raise a ton of money to make this happen. And it's got to be in a short period of time. I keep saying 36 months. So if we mobilize, and that's where we have to say veterans first. Why do I say veterans first? Number one, veterans are the ones that sacrificed their life so that we can have this immense freedom. They're the ones that went over there to other countries and saw way too much. And then they came back with, PTSD and just traumatized. But this is what I love about the veteran. This is what I love about the military men. And this is why we have to take care of them first. We got to dust them off. We got to get them mentally, spiritually, and financially taken care of, because I can tell a civilian, hey, we're going to eradicate this entire homeless epidemic nationwide in the next 36 months. That's 1.5 million people that are sleeping in cars, that are on the streets, that are couch surfing. I tell us as civilians, they're like, no way, we are never do that. Because what? Civilians, they do things at a snail's pace. But if I tell a military man, let's get this done in 36 months, they say, where do I start? They don't question it because they understand the impossible missions. They understand it. And by the way, DJ, P-Stock, the host and owner of the show, is a veteran. So yeah, he's Mr. I think it was Navy. He's a Navy man. So very exciting. But that's why the cryptocurrency set space is so important. The eBay space is so important. These to me are unadulterated spaces. Yes, they might be volatile, especially the cryptocurrency side. Yes, it might be volatile, but it's not ACN. It's not multi-level marketing pyramid. It's not, those are tainted. Those create trauma. This, you understand the fundamentals, you understand the science, you are going to make a ton of money in this space. I promise you.
That's true.
I promise you. Right now, I think Bitcoin is at $20,000, 21,000.
It is.
DJ.
I got you. It is at 21,700 right now.
21,700. So my question to you is this, Mr. DJ. By the end of this year, where do you think Bitcoin is going to be?
Oh, so there's a lot of variables, and I try to stay away from making predictions because when you're right, no one knows it, and when you're wrong, everyone tells everybody else that you're wrong. But at the same time, you have to be flexible as the market is. So I honestly, though, if I was to put money on it, which I do feel that this year is the year that it will turn around. So there's going to be as the Fed raises rates, they're slowed down. They've already slowed down raising rates. So once that comes to a stop where they're not raising anymore, then the market will stop going down. And then once they start instituting rate cuts, that's when the market will go back up. So until they institute rate cuts, we won't see a market going back up. So the most important person to financial markets today is Jerome Powell. And if we listen to Jerome Powell and wait, and when I tell you there's more than just this country that sits on his every word. And when he speaks, they're listening for the sentiment in his voice. They're not just listening for what he's saying. They're listening for how he's looking into the future. And so far, he's already kind of instituted that, we're going to slow down on rates by this year. And then towards the end of the year, they'll stop raising rates. And then more so towards the back end of the year to maybe 2024 is when they'll start cutting rates. So I do see the financial markets. I see Bitcoin going back up to at least 30,000 this year. And then next year, I see it more at 100 in 2024. I see Bitcoin at around 100,000.
Yep. Because of the halving, right? The halving's next year, right?
Yeah. Now that's something that the halving, when it comes to the halving, the halving is so underrated. The halving is the marking of the cycle. So one of the other things I've learned by doing more research now is that financial markets in general, it's a 2-year cycle. You go up 2 years, you go down 2 years. And a lot of people think that it goes like this and it's just flat, but it doesn't do that. Because if you look at Bitcoin started at 25 cents in January 3rd, 2009. And now it's at 21,000. So it's more of a up, down, constant up, more the higher highs, but not lower lows. Every 2 years, it rotates. And you'll see it. The market goes up and the market comes back down. And except for like the 2008 to 2011 time frame, that's the only time that it was an extended low. Every other time it's 2 years up, 2 years down, 2 years up, 2 years down. And as long as you can ride that wave, you'll never be broke again.
Never again. Very, very nice. And the last question, DJ, is tell me a little bit about your portfolio. What are you packing? What are you packing in that cryptocurrency portfolio?
So I have it separated into the staples, the level 1s, and the level 2s. So the staples, obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Everybody knows about them. Bitcoin, I believe Bitcoin will get passed by Ethereum, maybe in 2024. And when that happens, the way that Ethereum has, the things that Ethereum has in the pipeline is going to change not just the United States, it'll change the world, because Ethereum is going to be the layer 1 for the way money moves. Just like right now, how we see where if you log into a new app, you can log in with Google and you can log in with Facebook. Well, sooner or later, you'll be able to log in with Ethereum, and your Ethereum will be your identity checker. And that's how you'll access certain other platforms, i.e. metaverse, stuff like that. So for me, I have a little bit of the layer, or the staples are less risky. The layer ones are a little more risky, and the layer twos are high risk. And for me, the layer or the staples I got Ethereum, I have Bitcoin. The layer ones, I have Cardano, I have Polygon, I have Chainlink, I have Algorand, some certain things like that. And then the layer twos, which are high risk, but some of them have utility. The layer twos, I won't suggest taking layer twos because you can make a lot and you can lose a lot. So I don't want that on my heart. But there's a lot out there, and there's some layer twos that I'm invested in just because, why not see what happens? Don't invest with anything you're not willing to lose. So as long as I'm not willing to lose it, I'll go ahead and put a couple of dollars into some layer twos.
Very nice. DJ, you're the man. I mean, you literally, not only are you a veteran, and thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for your service. But I'm telling you, I've never met anyone in the crypto space so knowledgeable, so amazing. And I want to thank you for crossing my path. And you're a godsend. You're a godsend, because we're building this amazing army of individuals, bringing their skill sets to the table to make sure that we take care of the underserved. These people that are on the streets, these people that are literally lost. We need to get them up to speed, and we need to dust them off, and then we need to give them hope. And it's going to take an army of individuals that understand crypto. I'm hoping that one day, Leon Howard, I'm pretty sure you know who he is, the Wall Street Trapper.
Oh yeah, I follow him.
God, I'm putting it out in the universe. We need Leon Howard, who is also an African American. He's got a great story. We need him on our show, and I have no doubt that he will be on our show sooner than later. But again, thank you very much, DJ.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Think about that new name, Crypto MVP.
I got you.
Think about that. I think it fits. I know in my heart we're going to solve one of the biggest problems on the planet, eradicating the homeless problem nationwide. We have to take care of our veterans first. The goal behind what I'm about to present to you is we're gonna do $1 billion in sales per year. And Amazon has a $500 billion a year return problem. We're gonna turn that problem into profits. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our home as a fulfillment center. Regular kitchen, kitchen has a lot of space, right?
Right.
You're gonna see Amazon return product. We're getting about 500 to 1,000% on our dollar. That's Amazon's problem. Right? Here, this is also my returns department. And take a look. So we don't have to get offices. We don't have to get warehouses. We don't have to get forklifts. We just utilize what we have in order to produce something that's never been done before. Eradicating the entire homeless problem in the U.S. We're going to take care of our veterans first. We have to do this for our veterans. We have to do this for God's children that need our voice.
Yep.
They need, they're praying intensively right now that we come through for them. we are going to start training individuals to take this problem and turn it into profit. I've been doing this since 1996. I know in my heart that we're going to solve one of the biggest problems on the planet, which is eradicating the homeless problem nationwide. We have to take care of our veterans first. We got to talk to this is the most amazing person. And believe it or not, everyone, she's changed my life. She is one of God's MVPs. She is a starseed. She is so beautiful, so intelligent, so gifted with these absolutely amazing gifts of not only music, insight, but she has an insane amount of love for people. This is LaShawn Evans. She is AKA Boss Lady Las Vegas, the most amazing person literally on the planet. She is a starseed. She is anointed by God. She is here to literally change the lives of millions and millions of people. I've met so many great people through her. That's literally changed my life. Boss Lady, beautiful LaShawn Evans, how are you today, Mama? LaShawn, can you hear me? No. I can see you, I just can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hi,
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm great. Awesome. Great.
So, John, you're a serial entrepreneur. You're in the music industry. You're a producer. You are an artist. And we're talking, when I say artist, her and her daughter have the most beautiful art. I sent it to P-Stock. You help a lot of homeless people. You help a lot of people that have despair, that just have given up hope. And we want to thank you so much for everything that you've brought to the table. You've introduced me to some of the most amazing icons on our planet, not in the United States of America alone, but on our planet. These people are movers and shakers. They move mountains. They help a lot of people. And this is something that you brought to the table. We appreciate everything you've done. Tell me a little bit about what you do so that the world would know who LaShawn Evans is, Boss Lady, Las Vegas.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. E. That was a lot. And I am love. I love love. I've always loved love. I just wanted to see people do better and just find their way. And so every day since I can remember, I helped someone change their life. Because for me, I watched a lot of things that went on in the world, and I would always cry. And I'll go to church because my grandfather was a pastor, and I would be at Sunday school when everybody's out, and I go in there and I'm like, Grandpa, what this mean and what that mean? Because I couldn't read. See, I got ask me about that. I'll tell you that story. But at the end of the day, I remember I was 8 years old, and me and God was talking, and I was trying to read the Bible. I was trying so hard, but I couldn't read it because I got beat for writing my very first name from kindergarten because my mom thought I was going to be better than her. But it's all good. That's another story. But at the end of the day, I said, I don't care what your hair look like. I don't care what your skin is. I don't care. I said, I just want to love you. And I threw the Bible. I threw it against the wall. And I'm crying. I think I was like 8 or 7. And I said, Dear Lord, wouldn't that be something? Every time I talk, I could tell the truth and it might help someone. Wouldn't that be something, Lord? Will you be happy? That's all I wanted. So my life path, I just been giving good love. You know, you mess with me, you know, it ain't no joke because we angels, the good and the bad. God is all things at all times, all at the same time. But you have to have a choice, and I choose good. And so down here, my saying around here is find a code, crack a diamond. I have master teachers down here. I have boxing historians, one of the oldest families that run Vegas. Just at some point they lost their way, and they come and they talk to me, and we play instruments. I call my studio the Gumbo. It's Movin and Groovin Entertainment and Symphony Music of Arts, and we don't care if you know how to play, as long as you're touching something. It can be a congo, a guitar, or whatever it is, drums. We have all different kind of instruments. People donate to us, and when you see how happy they are and how healing the music instruments are healing them, you know, it just sends a different kind of energy into the universe because everybody's happy all at the same time. So when they come in, we do the music thing and then they have questions for me. And I do life path numbers. I want to know who's here because I know the truth, what's going on. So it's kind of really good to know what their life path is so you'll know how to help them, you know. And we study. I do the intake where I do their video. I want to tell their stories because they got some amazing stories down here. Wow. You know, we put them together, but and I see they changing. Now they're thinking. Now they want to find their families. Now they want to know, you know, how they do something. I have another guy down here, Joey. Now he's from San Diego. He just got stuck down here, and he's been trying to audition for me for about a year. And he walked up one day. We was cleaning the studio, and he said, "Can I please play your drums, boss lady?" Like this and that. I said, "Joey, let me see what you got." And he played those drums. He played them, flipped them, you know, and the drum stand fell, and he caught it with his knee, and he still played them. I'm like, wow, we got some video of that. But at the end of the day, he said, I know that I'm supposed to be better. He's like, my girlfriend's leaving me, and you know, and she's I love her, but we on the ground. And I said, Joey, come back, and I wanna do your story. And basically, I don't know if you want to ask me about that, but at the end of the day, every day he's thinking, how can I do better? How can I clean myself up? You know, can you look for my family on Facebook? You know, because where I'm at is close by the tunnels. I don't know if you guys heard of the tunnels. You heard of the tunnels?
I heard of the tunnels.
Yeah. So I'm not scared. But they all have like they have a mayor too, and the homeless have a mayor too, and they know the good ones. If anything go on down here, there's a person to talk to, and they're gonna provide that person, and they protect the school. So all of them come here, and we do music, we learn, we teach each other all the good stuff. It's just good conversation. I don't care what career you're in. I don't care, you know, what you're doing. Just give them all the good stuff so they can teach someone else. And I would always say that. I say, are you telling them something that they can tell their kids and grandkids or their friend or anybody that's willing to listen to the truth for everyone? So if they come in here and they like, oh, we already, nope, gotta go. Because we're the we table. And so that's part of it. What we do, we just stay learning, loving, music, laughter, you know, and a lot of crying, a lot of, you know, it's a lot. So I do a lot of hands-on, and you know, they might need a mailing address, they might need housing, We don't know. But I'm getting the research because they need flashlights, they need batteries, they need underwear, socks, stuff like that, charcoal. You'd be like, well, I give a person charcoal because they got a barbecue pit down there. They might want to have a meal. You know, they can't have tents and all of that stuff because the city gonna make them move and move and move, and they lose everything. Once the city come, they lose everything, and they got to start all over again. So the ones that come through my program, I make sure that I have all their information, and I'm gonna help them get situated. You know, they're gonna get placement, they're gonna get counseling, get in touch with their families, whatever they need, because all of them are different. They're really different, and they're people. They people. Period. I just got beat down for a long time. So I'm here. Basically, we wake them up. At the end of the day, we wake them up. We show them love. We show them who they were before they got broken, no matter what age, because a lot of them get stuck in that age. Whatever trauma that they had or whatever big incident or big deal that broke them, we have to take them back to that part, and start from there. You know, I can go on and on. It's a lot of things that go on down here, but it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. You introduced me to Anaya, and what a beautiful soul, what a beautiful voice that she has. And her story is heartbreaking. But you know what? You help her dust off. You help her.
Yes, and we still helping Naya.
Yes.
Yes, we still helping Naya.
The pain will never go away. The pain has to be managed. The pain has to be understood. And that's what you do for these individuals. And
yeah, dealing with the pain part, what I do for them is have them take a look at all the pain that hurt them in their whole entire life. But now we're going to go back and take the good out of every situation, right? Mm-hmm. So they said, oh, your mom used to beat you. She used to do this, and all of this stuff. She was very abusive. But my mama had me at 14 years old. They didn't know what my mom's life was like before she was 14. But for me, I'm like, if she had me when she was a baby, something had to be going on. Right? So she thought that if she beats me up as a 13-year-old child mind, the guys wouldn't want me. If she make me look really, really ugly. Because she was trying to protect her daughter. You see? But I didn't understand that for a long time. Until I was 17, I asked her, why you didn't love me? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? And she said, I was designed to be your mother exactly the way I am. Right? So I'm sitting at my auntie house. I'm like, what is she talking about? She designed. But I understood later on that it was her job to not show me that love because she made love be the most important thing to me in my life. Amen. It was her job for me not to learn when I first tried to write my name because it made learning be the most important thing to me in my life. See what I'm saying? You getting it?
Yeah.
Right? So what's the beauty? That's why I said the bad have to happen for the good to happen because it's shaping us. So when I take them back into all their trauma and they see why it had to happen and what lesson that they were supposed to learn from it, they get free. They're not mad at nobody. They don't have no regrets. They living in their full truth, good or bad, whatever it is, it's part of their story. Be a work in progress, right?
Yes.
So they're like, wow. And they be so lifted, and it's really just the truth. Because God told me that. He said the fears that your family put on you as a child was a lie. I said, I love everyone and no one loves me. He said, the whole world loves you.
Yeah.
I said, the whole world. Yeah. God talked to me in 2002. Yeah. 2001. Yeah. And so then I woke up. Started standing in my power,
Tell me about some of your favorite music that you wrote and that you produced, and tell us about what made you write these particular songs that you love so much. The titles and
My songs
So
now, like I have different categories of music. I write songs and shows. I'm a writer, so I got to know you know, which one you want me to talk about. The
what
serious
are your top
problem is a serious.
favorite songs that you've written?
Say it again.
What are your top 5 favorite songs that you've written and produced?
Let me see. Listen and remember. Boss up. Let me see. That's a good one. I got God knows.
You said God knows.
Yeah, God knows.
God knows. What's that all about? That sounds intriguing.
Yeah, God knows was a song that I was trying to get done to put on the soundtrack because the movie was about a boxer that went to jail and then he found God in prison and he came out a pastor. So it's like from boxing to the pulpit,
Wow.
thing. Yeah, and so I paid 7 engineers. I went to engineer each day, 100, and we just could not get this song done. So then I just got mad and closed the door. And I stayed in there for like 3 days, and I was alone. Well, I thought I was alone because everybody was like kind of hating on this song, and basically it was like, you know, he know what you done. Because at one of the lines I say, I've been alone. I didn't have to sell my soul. So that was another one that pissed it off. I say that on the song. You gotta hear the song. But it's like I said, I was a motherless child to choose the life I was given. My steps was already ordered. My path was already written. Now I pray the Most High. He says my sins is forgiven. When I told you I loved you, you turned to murder the children. Trust in my intuition that'll make the final decision. Take a bow to my crown. I stand with pride and a vision. The words you speak is treason. Too many lies to believe in. The first lie was my freedom. Then my death was the reason. I had to alter my thinking and stand for what I believe in. Spirit already spoken. Future I already seen it. Yes, I've been here before. I speak the truth. Yes, I mean it. Now I'm standing in power. Glory to God in the kingdom. Right? And the hook on it was like basically telling them, don't act like y'all don't know, because God knows, because he see everything, you know. And so, I don't know. I gotta send it to you. That's one of my favorite songs, and it was just really me and my grandbaby. She was in there, and I was mad. I said, I'm gonna do this song myself. I don't care. But at the end of the day, by the time I got the song done, called the dude. They already had scored the movie like weeks ago. He's like, "Why are you on my phone? Like, get off my phone." But I was like devastated because I worked so hard for that song. But that really, um, I feel that one. It got a lot of stories behind it. What I went through. And so I'm gonna send it to you. And you tell me
Okay.
what you think.
Well,
Yeah.
as you know, P Stock is also an engineer and a producer, and this show was specifically for artists, engineers, producers, songwriters.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, we're going to be able to talk to him and get you on the show outside of this show, so that you can really showcase your music, take it to this level, in on this platform. And this is another way of exposing your music to other places in the world. I know that
Yes,
you're
I
very
actually
well
have a
connected.
song in Africa too right now. Like my music, it was funny though. My music, I never dropped a song, but somehow it's all over the world right now. People are
Hmm.
using it, and I just really would like someone to help me get it all done. We got so much content, so many songs. I mean, all kind of different artists from all over the world that just came and had jam sessions and created all different kind of music. So, that's why I had to think about that question. It's like, which one? Because it's just so much.
I know this
you
just
know.
it's so exciting of what you bring into the world and what's about to transpire. Um, just want to let the world know that Boss Lady LaShawn Evans introduced me to a couple of amazing people, Dr. Benjamin Dunn and also Dr. Lance McCarthy. They're part of the dream team. I call us the dream team because it's a dream. It's the dreams that we have.
The dreams do come true.
They can come true. Correct.
Yeah.
LaShawn is the pinnacle aspect of all these dreams coming true. One of the main dreams is, eradicating the entire homeless epidemic nationwide, veterans first in the next 36 months. I feel very confident based on the ingredients that we have, the formula, the recipe, the blueprint that we have, that this is going to happen. We're adding more and more individuals to our sacred circle, from generals to quarterbacks to things of this nature. That's going to really make this take off to the mesosphere. Because of you, LaShawn, we're now using the eBay platform, the YouTube platform, and the cryptocurrency platform. We're going to be used in the private schools. It was approved because of you and the people that you brought to the table. Now they're talking about putting it in public schools. Kids nowadays, because of you, LaShawn, will be graduating high school with about $75,000 to $100,000 in the bank, and that's something that's needed in the underserved communities and the urban communities, because it changes everything. The graduation rate in the urban communities are 30-40%. Now with this formula, I'm very confident it's going to be 70, 80, 85%, because 90% of the reason why kids drop out of school is financial difficulty. So if now they're in school and they're able to make money while they're in school because of the elective that they choose, they're going to be able to take care of their financial responsibilities and stay in school. So when you say you are a star child, you're the star seed to change the landscape of millions and millions and millions of people's lives. I'm watching it in real time with me. And I'm watching these people, LaShawn, come to the table. That's why I've been so busy. I'm, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at, I have to go to bed at 10, 11 in order to make sure that I function during the day, because of so many businesses that are going on, and so many conference calls are going on. But sooner than later, I'm going to be landing in Las Vegas from New Mexico. We're going to really take this to the next level. Mr. Glenn Amador, Mr. Sean Christian Noble, also Stanley Harris. We're all going to be all tied to the hip. We're going to make sure that Las Vegas is going to be very well taken care of as far as the eradicating the homeless epidemic. We're going to make sure that Dallas is taken care of, eradicating the homeless epidemic. And these are the things that we're very excited about. Very, very excited about. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything you guys do for us. We greatly appreciate it if you guys subscribe to iHipHopTV. Once this show airs, you're going to get a notification. Please share it with as many people as possible. We want the whole world to know about, the special guests that we have on, the plethora of special guests that we have on today was absolutely poetic. Absolutely poetic. And I want to thank you guys very much for taking out time to join forces that's going to allow individuals to get a home, get gas in their car, food in their belly, the psychological help that is needed so that they can get back on their feet. We're talking millions of people and millions of people in the United States of America, hundreds of thousands of lives that we're going to change.
Hey guys, I'm John, and I want to talk to you about something that's been concerning a lot of people these days. We're going back to work because of COVID-19. But if you don't work, you don't eat. So what do? Well, there's a very successful guy named Dr. E. He's been working on eBay for almost 25 years and he's made a lot of money. He's done taught plenty of people on how to make money selling good products on eBay. I found out about him on FamilyWorkFromHome.com. And the cool thing is, the starter fee is cheap and reasonable, and you can start making money today. By learning Dr. E's secret of wealth, you can stay safe from COVID-19 and pay your mortgage, feed your family, and pay your bills. Dr. E helps you make up to $100K per year, depending on the program you choose. Guys, take a look at FamilyWorkFromHome.com now. See if it works for you.
We just want to thank everyone again for a wonderful evening, a great show. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Boss Lady. Thank you very much, Stanley. And again, thank you, P-Stock, for making this an amazing evening, an amazing night. And we want to see you guys next week, iHipHopTV, and have a great evening. Take care. I know in my heart we're going to solve one of the biggest problems on the planet, eradicating the homeless problem nationwide. We have to take care of our veterans first. The goal behind what I'm about to present to you is we're gonna do $1 billion in sales per year. And Amazon has a $500 billion a year return problem. We're gonna turn that problem into profits. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our home as a fulfillment center. Regular kitchen, oh my God, kitchen has a lot of space, right?
Right.
You're gonna see Amazon return product. We're getting about 500 to 1,000% on our dollar. That's Amazon's problem. Right here, this is also my returns department. And take a look. So we don't have to get offices. We don't have to get warehouses. We don't have to get forklifts. We just utilize what we have in order to produce something that's never been done before. Eradicating the entire homeless problem in the US, we're going to take care of our veterans first. We have to do this for our veterans. We have to do this for God's children that need our voice.
Yep.
They need, they're praying intensively right now that we come through for them. We are going to start training individuals to take this problem and turn it into profit. I've been doing this since 1996. I know in my heart that we're going to solve one of the biggest problems on the planet, which is eradicating the homeless problem nationwide. We have to take care of our veterans first.
out on hiphoptv.com on YouTube. Shit is fire. Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube.